What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. Coming to another motivational talk. I like to do these on Mondays for sure. So, something that I saw recently, something that's caught my eye, has been the ability to normalize things and to recognize things that are positive for certain people and not put them down for trying to self improve or trying to build on their self esteem. So, a lot of things that people do to try to help themselves out, and it's for them. And often we might have disagreements on what people do in order to improve themselves, their method, their strategy, what works for somebody might not work for you, and vice versa. So we put our input in. We think like, hey, that's fucked up. That's the wrong thing. You're not doing it correctly. You don't need that. And it's wrong to really think that you can put yourself in somebody else's shoes and literally feel what they feel. It's impossible. You can empathize with somebody as much as you want to and sympathize as much as you want to, but everybody's strategy, method, techniques, everything could be different. I'm really bringing this up. I saw somebody post something about going to a psychiatrist in order just to talk, a therapist. And some people just need someone to talk to. There's a reason that we have religion. There's a reason that we have these people with professional degrees that are there to communicate and express ideas with and make yourself feel better. And that goes for everything. That's not just for therapists by any means. That goes for people that go to doctors religiously just to make sure that their bodies are okay. Or they go and they use a certain type of drug that makes them feel better that's not harming other people or that's not illegal, hopefully, or they're not abusing. That's a whole different assortment of issues. But there's things that people need to do for themselves in order to feel better and build themselves up in one shape, way, or form. And there's no reason to put people down. We need to normalize self-improvement. There's people that choose to read books on a Friday night or a Saturday night instead of going to a club or going to a party. Granted, we're in quarantine, but same thing. Like, there's nothing wrong with being 18, 19, 20, 21, 31, 41, 51, and choosing to do something that other people are not doing. There's nobody in the world right now that is standing out as a superior in their field by not doing something different. If you follow the trends your whole life, you'll play it safe, and you'll be right in the middle, and you'll do fine. But you'll never exceed your own expectations, and you'll never exceed anybody else's expectations by just following the textbook, following what's been done before. That's great. It's great for everything to happen average and to be safe. And some people, that's enough. And that's fine. If that's you, your textbook, you do everything by exactly what has been written before you, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine and you'll be happily right in the middle of average, which is nothing wrong. But for those people that want to exceed expectations and think they have more to offer the world, there's so much that you can do. But the first thing that we need to do in order to be successful is normalize being kind, normalize looking at other people and recognizing their struggle, but not thinking that we have the answer to everything. We don't. It's okay to put your suggestions in. It's okay to talk to people, say, hey, here's what I did that helped me. Sure, that's great. But for the attacks that people get based on their methodology in order to make themselves feel better and to do better, that you have to normalize getting rid of that and just being kind to people and helping people, hoping that people will strive and go forward. Whatever it is that you're doing, I hope that you really take in this kind of message and you normalize being kind, normalize complimenting other people, normalize talking to somebody and telling them that they're doing great, and hey, here's something I think you could do to do even better. And maybe they take your suggestion, maybe they tell you fuck you and they don't want to hear it. Fine. But at least that's a kind approach of doing something rather than telling them, hey, that's not right. That's not good. That's not it. You're doing wrong. Everybody who's ever been told they're doing something wrong, those are the people that end up doing something spectacular. Now, granted, once again, there are things that are morally incorrect. There are things that you shouldn't do if they're harming you or harming other people. That's just straight up, use your common sense here to pick and choose the things that harm people and harm yourself. However, there are other things that are literally used for self-improvement. For example, therapy. For example, doctors. For example, books. For example, networking all over the place and trying different things. For example, traveling to meet different people, traveling to try different things and see what works. That's fine, and it should be normalized to be okay. There's no reason for us to feel as if the things that we're doing for others, the things that people are doing for themselves, need to be criminalized almost from the public. You know, it's almost a great thing that there's social media for people to post and be on their platforms. There's pros and cons to this, but like you post something, you show people what you're doing, you let people enter your life because that's what social media is. It's a little gateway to see the highlights of your life. And for those people that post their lowlights, their not so highlights, and their ways of overcoming that, they deserve nothing but applause, in my opinion, even if it's a struggle, even if it's not what you would do, because they're trying, man. People are fucking trying, especially right now in this time, in quarantine and pandemic times. People are trying. And maybe it's not perfect. Maybe what they're doing isn't exactly right. Maybe they're going to connect puzzle pieces until something clicks. But something will click for the person that keeps throwing shit at the wall and keeps trying. The person that's following the textbook, you know what you're doing. You're climbing a ladder, and when you get to the top, you're there. You did it. You made it to the top of your ladder. But other people have ladders, and then they see another freaking rock on the other side that they can grab onto to go to another ladder, and you just keep on going. And depending on what somebody's doing, that's their prerogative. That's what they want to do. And you should let people do what they need to do. Let them fail and build themselves up. Let them fuck up and get better. Let them learn from a mistake. Let them have those moments. Because I guarantee you that your little opinion that might have hurt someone's feelings or tried to derail somebody, there's no need for it. There's no need to derail somebody who's already trying. There's so many people that don't even fucking try. So if someone's willing to share their life with you or share their life with the public, normalize being kind about it. Normalize the niceness. Normalize hoping that somebody's able to find the confidence to say, I need help. There's nothing wrong with saying, I need help. Every now and then, we all need a hand in some way, shape, or form. We all need to see a door that's been opened for us. There's so many of them. Sometimes you just need someone to say, oh, it's over there. And you look, and you go. It's simple as that sometimes. Instead, we do the opposite. And we try to convince people why things won't work. So let's normalize letting good things happen to people. Let's normalize not being so against self-help or help from others or help in some way, shape, or form, especially right now. Everybody's looking for a hand, not a handout, but just a hand, a guide. It's fine. And if you're not looking for a guide and this video isn't for you, then that's fine too. Maybe you figured it out already, and that's great. Round of applause. Happy for you as well. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has a different destination. Keep your head up. Keep moving forward. If somebody hates on what you're doing, that's fine also. That just means that you're doing something that they are not willing to do. So keep on moving forward. Keep helping yourself, whatever it is that you need to do. I'm proud of you. I'm sure there's a lot of people that you're inspiring that might not even tell you you're inspiring them. Just keep moving forward.